I'm not going to waffle on now because our next two have got a good chance I might overrun. Next up, please give it up for Andy Graham.
Evening all. Evening. Having a good night so far? Yeah. Yeah, just hold on. I'm going to take this jacket off because it's a bit hot. I don't know what you're imagining, Kath. But believe me, the reality is not the same. I've got a fair idea what you're imagining. Probably involves big hoses and poles and stuff, but we'll come to that in a minute. Right, my name's Andy Graham, and I have been on this comedy course. I thought I'd have a dabble at comedy, because for one thing, I'm shit at karaoke. Bloody terrible. No, but I'll tell you what, the course has been absolutely fantastic. It's the first educational course I've ever been on where I got bollocked for not messing about in class. Been a great teacher, Luke. Yeah. Look at him. Like every photo fit you've ever seen on Crime Watching.
Grew up in the 70s.
Right, well, as I am new to comedy, I thought I would introduce myself by telling you a little bit about my life so far. Okay? Take you on a little magical mystery tour. Now, I had a very, very tough childhood. I found it very difficult to make friends. And in an attempt to make myself more popular, I fell in with a bad crowd. Made friends with all the wrong people. I got into a lot of trouble. Yeah. Eventually, my family got really fed up with the police coming to the door, and they threw me out and disowned me. Oh. It was far worse than that. Oh. That's better. You know, I'm a child here, breaking me heart. My family's throwing me out. Yeah, so I turned around and said, what's the problem? Is it because I'm a black sheep of the family? He said, no lad, the black's not the problem. It's the fucking ginger. It's nice to know the family's not racist. I am a typical ginger. As well as having the red hair, I'm very, very, very pale and pasty. Now, don't let the present colour fool you, okay? I am currently testing a new range of spray tans, especially formulated for ginger people. It's called Red or Dead. Yeah. It's supposed to give you the sort of rosy glow you can only get from severe carbon monoxide poisoning. Oh, dear. Any metrosexuals in tonight? No, James. I'm not talking about the sort of people that have a wank every time they see a tram. I'm talking about grooming. No, I'm not talking about Jimmy Savile. No. Male grooming. Okay? Being a ginger got me into male grooming. I have to look after myself. I'm the only bloke I know who keeps his armpit hair in check. No, seriously. Okay? If I let it grow, because I'm so pale and pasty and hairless everywhere else, every time I take my shirt off, I look like an orangutan with severe alopecia. It's not a pretty sight. Is it, love? That's the wife there, by the way. I didn't let being ginger get me down, though. Eventually, I did bring myself back into line, and I got myself my all-time favourite job, the thing I really dreamed of being. No, it wasn't a comedian. Okay, I joined the fire service. Yay! Got 3 of my colleagues from the fire service sitting in the corner. I've got to be good tonight, otherwise they'll tell the whole of GMC fire service I was absolutely shit. Tell you, firemen, they're the worst than all women. Spread the word like nobody's business. 5 minutes later, the whole world knows. Okay? So I joined the fire service, and I thought, yes, made it now. All the ladies love a fireman. Don't you, Kath? All the ladies love a fireman, I thought. I remember the first time I ever turned out on a shout. Okay, it was to the Black Horse in Bolton. And when we got there, it was a false alarm. Some very naughty drunken women had set the fire alarm system off just so they could see some firemen. As we came out of the building, back towards the fire engine, I heard some ladies going, "Ooh, look at him. Have you got a big hose, darling? Can I slide down your pole, sweetheart?" It was like a fucking cattle market. I felt really dirty. Dear oh dear. Anyway, I thought, I'll have a bit of this. I'll have a bit of it. I looked across and I winked as I took my helmet off slowly. Gucci gear, you know, big top. Okay, what? And as I walked over, I heard one of them go, "Ooh, Tracy, he's a fucking ginger. I have got some fucking standards, you know." I had to give it a pause then, I knew it was coming. But again, I didn't let it get me down. I did eventually find a nice girl to settle down with. She was colourblind. Told her I was fucking blonde. Had two beautiful children together. Well, I say they're mine. That's because no other fucker will admit to it. Just the ginger. I think both my kids were conceived during drunk sex. Does anyone have drunk sex? It's fucking great, isn't it? Absolutely. Well, let's face it, it's the only way a ginger's going to get fucking laid, isn't it? Well, I say that, but there is the rohypnol and gaffer tape method, but I believe that's illegal. So I'll stick to the drunk sex. Okay. I remember once when I was with the first wife, and we went up to Scotland to visit her parents. Such memories. And one night I decided to go out on the piss with two of the cousins. Went into Glasgow, nearly got lynched. I was in a Protestant pub with green and gold bands on with white socks. Didn't go down too well. But I survived. Got absolutely bladdered. Coming home, I thought, feeling a bit horny here. Think I'll give the wife a bit of a surprise. So I quietly let myself into the house, like you do. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Snuck up the stairs, into the bedroom. Quietly took my trousers off, my shirt, looking like an orangutan with alopecia. Got on my hands and knees, and I snuck round to the end of the bed. When I got to the end of the bed, I crawled up. I thought, oh, this is going to be good. I'll have a little bit of a sexy nibble on my way up. Wake her up gently. Have a bit of fun. She'll love this. Anyway, I got halfway up, and she woke up screaming, "Ah!" Well, I stood up and "Ah!" What's going on? She thought she was being attacked by a fucking ghost. I was inside the duvet. Next thing you know, the mother and father-in-law come bursting through the bedroom door, and there's a massive thump. My mother-in-law fainted. Well, it's no wonder, she's never seen a duvet with a fucking hard on before. Mother-in-laws, they're fantastic, aren't they? Well, my current mother-in-law is ace. I've got to bring this in, missus. Me and the missus were up at the mother-in-law's a couple of weeks ago, taking her out for lunch. And on the way back, we stopped off at a DIY store, one of those really big orange DIY stores. There are, I have to say at this point, there are other DIY stores available. Okay. So we go into the DIY store and she wants to go and have a look around the plants, the gardening section. So we go in and wandering around, we find the bushes in the trees. And she goes, "Oh, look, there's a laurel. I do love a laurel. They're so hardy." Anyway, we go back into the store, have a wander around, and we get to the hardware section, and she picks up a window cleaner squeegee. And my wife sort of looks and she says, "What do you want that for, Mum?" She says, I like to use it in the shower. I says, "Wouldn't it be better with a fucking loofah?" Anyway, that's all I've got for you tonight. So thank you very much. I've been Andy G, and you've been absolutely wonderful.
Are you getting off, John?
Andy Graham, ladies, have a big round of